Salem SPYLINE. Is Stefan DiMera's death the ultimate deception? The shocking truth behind Tony and Anna's kidnapping. Salem, USA. In the ever-twisting world of Salem, a grave is rarely a final resting place, and a death is often just the opening act of a more elaborate scheme. The recent, frantic kidnapping of Tony and Anna DiMera has sent shockwaves through the town, but our sources indicate this is no random act of violence. It's the first deliberate move in a game of 4D chess being orchestrated by a man the world believes is 6 feet under, Stefan DiMera. That's right. The whispers in the corridors of the DiMera mansion are growing into a roar. The late Stefan DiMera may be very much alive, and his return could be the most explosive storyline of the year. The Phantom Menace. Connecting the dots. The official story was tragic. A fatal car accident, a grieving Gabi, and a power vacuum within the DiMera empire. But for seasoned Salem watchers, the details never added up. The body was reportedly too damaged for an open casket service, a classic soap opera trope that screams witness protection, or, in this case, DiMera deception. Now, the kidnapping of the beloved, if often absent, Tony DiMera and his intrepid wife, Anna, provides the first tangible clue. Why them? They have no current stakes in the corporate wars. They are, however, two of the few people with the historical knowledge, international connections, and moral flexibility to help someone disappear and re-emerge. Our theory: they weren't kidnapped to be silenced. They were recruited. Stefan needed them extracted from public view to orchestrate his next move without the prying eyes of EJ, Kristen, or the Salem PD. Think of it less as a kidnapping and more as a forced, top-secret strategy session. The mastermind's motive: revenge, resurrection, and reclamation. Why would Stefan go to such extreme lengths? The motives are a potent DiMera cocktail. 1. The ultimate revenge on Kristen. Stefan now knows it was Kristen who was ultimately responsible for his death, setting the chain of events in motion. What better revenge than to re-emerge and systematically destroy everything she has built in his absence? By orchestrating a crisis that pulls her strings, he's watching her squirm from the shadows, preparing to yank the rug out from under her. 2. Reclaiming his empire and his wife. Stefan didn't just lose his life, he lost his company and the woman he loves. With Gabi now entangled with the enemy EJ, Stefan's return is about reclaiming his birthright. He didn't build DiMera Enterprises only to have his backstabbing sister and brother hand it over to Clyde Weston. This entire plot could be a hostile takeover from beyond the grave. 3. A clean slate. By letting his enemies believe he is dead, Stefan has had the time to operate in the shadows, gathering intelligence, forging new alliances, and planning his counterattack without interference. Tony, with his vast experience in espionage and globetrotting, is the perfect facilitator for such a complex re-entry. The days ahead, a bombshell is coming. Imagine the scene. Kristen, believing herself to be the unchallenged Queen of Salem, is presiding over a board meeting. Suddenly, the doors swing open. There, flanked by a perfectly safe Tony and Anna, stands Stefan. Not a ghost, not a hallucination, but a man in the flesh, ready to settle every score. This isn't a takeover, sister, he might say, that familiar smirk playing on his lips. It's a reclamation, and you're evicted. The potential for explosive drama is limitless. A Stefan-Gabi reunion fraught with betrayal and passion. A brother-sister war that makes the Battle of Salem look like a petty squabble. And the moral reckoning for a man who faked his own death, manipulating everyone he ever loved.